Morning. How are you today? Welcome back to my channel. I'm not really sure what I'm ending or what I'm going to label this video. I might say coming out of the closet, or where have I been, or this is what's happening. Yeah, I'm putting, I'm putting the last part of my jewelry on. I'm making this video for many reasons. I'm turning this down. I probably should try or start a new intro. My desk is a mess, a horrible mess. And the reasoning is yarn and vitamin D refill prescription reminder, and it happens when you get 50 plus, you know. I'm nervous and I shouldn't be nervous. And you see what I'm coming out of the closet. I'm going to be more open about it, more vocal about it. The whole thing is that nervous titch, or that nervousness I have in me, that I guess the nervousness is that am I going, but then I preach, don't worry about what people think, but I worry, am I going to be accepted for my uniqueness or differentnesses? I have made a video like this a few years back, I want to say, and I just didn't think I was really being, I know I wasn't being totally honest on what I was trying to say. I guess maybe the reason why I wasn't being totally honest is that I wasn't well educated in it, so I didn't know. I've been doing a lot of research on questioning why I feel the way I feel, or react, or I'm passionate about. This is not going to be a political video of anti, you know, one side or the other. This election has put with the COVID and the racism and the fascism and all of that has just, my body is breaking out. My anxiety is out the ceiling, and I was trying to find an outlet where I felt comfortable and safe. And first and foremost, I need to put this out there, is one is I don't agree on causing any harm on nobody. And just, they're probably thinking, what the hell is she saying? What is she getting at? I don't agree with bullying. I don't agree with, but I do agree in safe protesting, not destroying, if that makes sense. I am very happy. I'm going to put it out there. I'm really happy how it did turn out. I was ecstatic. I had a weight lift off of me. I had this cloud over me for so many years, and I guess this will feed into what I'm trying to say, coming out of the closet. It has been such an awakening since November 3rd up to that Saturday. It's been amazing, and having the conversations with people in my life that are very important, and there's, well, almost like, yeah, we know, we're waiting for you to be who you are and comfortable in the shoes that you are. First and foremost, I'm going to confuse the shit out of you. But that's okay. And the reasoning is that because we have been taught a certain way in life, how to believe it's this way or this way, it's left or right, or it's kind of situation. You can't do that if you think this way. And I am telling you, that's not right. That's not true. It's been happening for decades and decades and decades, and it's in history and it's written. What I'm going to be getting into. First and foremost, I have a very, very strong faith. I wouldn't be here today if I did not have faith in the mighty God. I would not. I would not be sitting here having this conversation with you if I did not have my relationship with God. And I can totally say that to you. Now, on that note, I have been taught, not by my family, but by society, that you can go down one path, but you can't go down this path because that is not a Christian way. When I was a little girl, I have always been very unique, very recluse. Unless I'm comfortable with you, I'm very open, I'm very giving. I would do anything to try to help a situation, to lower the anxiety situation. One word is you can use in that kind of, I'm all over the place and I apologize, but I'm like reading in not incomplete sentences, and it's all going to come out. Just give me time. Being an empath or a sensitive or a clairvoyant or someone who is able to see or hear, it can be a gift or a curse. And I have said that before many a times. I've always been drawn to astrology, always, my whole life. I've always been fascinated with the planets and how it affects everyday lives and the world and the environment. I'm very big about natural things. Going through that accident was a whammy on my psyche, and the reasoning behind that, taking all of those different kinds of pills, and it comes down to it where you know, they were causing more harm, and my veil had completely shut down. And then it shut down for many reasons, and then the one major reason is that I abused it. When one is given a gift and you abuse it, he's going to take it away. And I guess I was sort of frustrated, but at the same time he knew I wasn't emotionally or physically or mentally, spiritually prepared yet. And since the cases had been done, and I was in Kansas, and I was visiting my daughter, and a conversation had came up, and I had looked at them and I thought, whoa. And they asked me a question, and that whole veil just opened. So it has not closed, and in fact it's gotten much stronger, and the research today seems so much more, I understand it much more than before. I've been doing research on natural things, crystals, and but it's always been there. It's always in my blood, always. It's just I wasn't mature enough to understand that it's all in one. And when I state that to you, we wouldn't be having what we have if God didn't create it. And then someone's going to come at me and say, well, she is a Christian, but she's going this way. And I'm going to say, who are you? What book have you written? Who are you to judge me? You know, I do love essential oils. I do love my crystals. I do love having natural stones. I do love having my Bible. Charles is right here. Oh, my breath just stopped. I don't know how messy that's gonna look. I'm gonna move you right here. Hold on, just for a moment. Charles, maybe you can see me, I don't know. I guess what I'm getting at is I've always been a person who hasn't been able to settle because I haven't been able to admit who I am. And I tell my mother today, I'm just a hippie. You know, I'm that Stevie Nicks. I'm that individual who is going to strum her own beat because of today's society is now more welcoming than it was 10 years ago. I'm being honest. You know, I was considered a rebel 10 years ago when I was getting in, you know, from the Christian society as, you know, you shouldn't be doing those investigations, those paranormal investigations. You shouldn't be, you know, trying to tap into things like that. And I don't even know if I'm gonna finish this video. I've just like opened up Pandora's box. But that's okay. I have fear. And the fear I guess I'm having is what I'm needing to do is I enjoy doing investigations. I enjoy doing the historical part of it and trying to give the voiceless a voice. I do want to work on cold cases and do investigations and document and help people or families. My friend and I are starting up a new thing. We are not active as in going out and doing it, but she does the genealogy of it, you know, the background, the family, the history of it, where I do the other parts. Don't get me wrong. We do, yeah. So, what am I trying to say? This is crazy. I've been going to a lot of groups and pages about different, like, I'm gonna say it, about paganism, about witchcraft, about natural witches, white witches, others. And the reasoning is if you don't do your research, doesn't mean that I am. And a lot of things I'm just researching it. And the reason why I'm wrinkling the nose, it's like, oh my God, look at her body language. I'm wanting, that's what I'm doing. I'm reading their body language. I'm reading them. I'm seeing why they're doing what they're doing. What is their cause of what they're doing? Have they always felt natural or comfortable being in their skin doing it? I'm going to be honest, I wasn't comfortable admitting who I am. I guess I didn't ever want to embarrass my children or embarrass my family. But the thing is that my family is gifted too. You know, they accept me for who I am. My mother goes, I've always known you have been a little unique and special, you know? And that's very comforting because I had told my daughter I came out of the closet and she goes, what are you telling me, Mom? I go, no, that's not what I'm saying. And there's nothing wrong with that. Do not get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. And boy, that sounded horrible. I guess we can use that term, coming out of the closet, for many things. And she's going, where are you coming from, Mom? And this is what I'm I don't know, Sydney said this is what I mean. So I've been doing, you know, studying a lot of things ranging from astrology to numbers. I love numbers. I love the series of numbers. I've always been fascinated by that. I never understood. I just thought, okay, it's just there. But there's a reason why it's there. I just did my birth chart, and I'm reading my birth chart, my natal chart, and it's fascinating learning about, and the thing is, people are going to say, but if you're Christian, that is so against the Christian religion. But I'm going to ask you, before you preach at me, do your research on why the Christians feel it's a bad thing. I'm just going to ask, do you know why? It's documented why. I'm just going to ask you to research, because it's not my job to tell you how to think or feel. I wanted to know why the Christians felt so against astrology and the alignment of the planets and the stars at the time you were born, and who you are, and where did the zodiac come from, and the different symbols, and why the different cultures, like the Chinese zodiac, or it's been around for so many years, and I feel at ease. I feel better right now. I don't know what just happened, but I feel calm. You'll be seeing more stuff like that from me. I would not be able to do what I'm doing if I did not have my faith. I wouldn't be able to have my crystals or my rocks or my oils if God did not create them. People have different beliefs, and that's okay. That is what we are able, the freedom, you know. I'm not saying one way is better than the other. I am not giving myself a title, you know, as a hearth witch or a white witch or you know, a water witch or a fire witch, or what is she talking about? I've been doing research. I want to know why I'm feeling, or the things come to me the way they do, or why things I'm drawn to certain stuff. Knowledge is power, meaning God has given you the gift. You need to be careful where you get your information, and you just don't go to one resource. You got to do it, and you can't take that information just by from somebody. So if someone's telling you, you need to do this, or you need to do this, or you need to do this to be this, no, that's not true. The freedom of self-expression, not harming somebody or causing harm. I'm not the type of person to do spells. That's not in my blood. I'm not the person to do candles. It's not in my blood. I'm not the type of person to nothing like that. Never have been. But I love the astrology part of it. I don't do it because of who's my mate or how's my day going to be. That's not what it is. The moon is controls so much for everybody. The Luna is the different times of the month and how it affects a person is fascinating. That is science. But spiritually, there's a different side of it. So I'm doing both sides. I'm doing the spiritually side of it and also the science of it. You know, the whole situation of the North Star. Do you know what they think the North Star was? Do your research. It's very, very fascinating. And I enjoy it. I enjoy putting that love into it. So if I talk about it's not in the alignment, you guys will know what I'm talking about. Or we are in the new moon of Scorpio retrograde right now, or the new moon of Scorpio, you're going to think, what is she talking about? And I'm going to think, okay, Scorpio, you know, what's the difference between someone's sun sign to the moon sign to the ascending sign? I have been doing so much beautiful research, and it makes so much sense. And when I'm reading my natal chart, it's like, oh, Go figure. That's why I did what I did. I mean, don't get me wrong. Free choice. It's all free choice. But he's already made your path. God has already made your path. You have a choice of what direction you're wanting to do. If you want to become that rude and disrespectful and racist and individual and a bully, that is your choice, but don't come at me. This whole thing in life has been so difficult for so many people. People have such a different personal opinion. The mask. Maybe that's what my thing should be. The mask is now off. And it's not this mask. It's this mask. I don't mind wearing the mask. And the reasoning is it's my choice. And I want to protect everybody who I come in contact from me and from me from them. That's my choice. I'm not looking down upon you if you don't. That is your choice. Me being in El Paso and knowing how many people we're losing or have lost and how our medical field are so overwhelmed, I'm okay wearing a mask. It's just my personal opinion. So the mask is off. It's tough, and you have to be responsible with that gift. And you don't gloat of the gift that you have. You have to research. I guess the reasoning why also of this video is I'm 50 years young. I don't know where my glasses are at. And I had 2 shots. I had one for the shingles and one for the TDAPs, tetanus. I think that's what it is. I'm a mom. I don't know. I just, you know, it's been years. I don't know. It's in my purse. Because my baby girl's having a baby, and it's always best to have that shot updated to be around children. I got the shingles, and I got the, that one hurt. I have to use a 2-shot series. It's going to be the TDA, it's not telling, the TDAP? The TDAP vaccine, yes. And you should have it every, if you're an adult, make sure you have it every 10 years. And so I had one in one arm and one in the other. And I've already had my flu shot. So when this little girl is born, it's just, it's going to be wonderful. I think knowing the date that they're predicting is I think they said the 24th of December, and I'm trying to think of the alignment of, you know, what the sun for sure would be. I do not know where the moon, I know the moon, if she's born at that time, is going to be in, I think, the Gibson. I think it's going to be in the Gibson. And so I need to, you know, I'm trying to figure out, you know, a Capricorn, or is she going to be a Sagittarius like her Nana? But if she's born after, you know, the 22nd, of course, she'll be, you know, the Capricorn with the Sagittarius somehow in their situation. So she's going to rock, more so than her Nana, I'll say that. So yeah, those are things that I love to do. It's just, that's fascinating to me, and the numbers, and I've done my whole chart of my numbers, and it's like, oh, well, that makes, you know, wow. So I enjoy doing that. I did one. I did the chart for my daughter and my grandson and my best friend, and it's reading it, and it's like, oh, I have a little better understanding about these two individuals. So it's so much fun. It really is. But I understand. I understand the other side of it. I understand that being raised Catholic and going to different churches, ranging from, you know, I've been through a lot of different churches, and right now I'm a little upset. And I'm going to share a story why I'm upset. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to share with you. And it just happened to me recently, just last December, in fact. I'm able to read somebody, and I'm able to see within them. But I give them a chance for the fact what's influencing the situation and what are they battling within themselves. Because I've always said, be good to yourself, be good to others, for we do not know what part of the journey they're on. And I really stand behind that when I say that. So we had belonged to a church that we were very, very active with. I mean, active. We would have lunches with the pastor, and we would be very, very close. We were in their group, meaning, you know, you have your Wednesday night groups, your Tuesday night groups. We went to the group with the head pastor. I mean, they personally invited us. We felt very, very honored. And I just started seeing things, and seeing things that did not feel good. And when I say feel good, it's like, when you get that gut instinct, like, what is working through that individual? Is it him? Or is it one of the vain or gluttony? Or is it envy? Is it, you know, is it one of the 7 sins? What's going on? And what had happened was, there was the Christmas party for our group. And I remember this because I was in so much pain, so much pain. It was winter, it was cold, my back was in a lot of pain. I was fighting a lot of demons within myself, and it makes sense why I was fighting with those certain frustrations within myself. And we had someone within the group that their husband had an injury. I don't know if he had lifted something or what they had taken him with, you know, the x-rays and all of that, and they had given him acupuncture, and finally the pastor had anointed him with oils, and he was doing much better. While sitting at the dinner, or at the party, we're all in this one of the people's homes, and it was a beautiful woman here, and then me, and then the pastor's wife, and then the pastor. And I heard the pastor's wife, and I looked over, and she leaned into him and says, should we anoint her with oil? Because she's in a lot of pain. And he goes, no. And I looked at him, and I looked away, and I thought, so you have every right to choose who you want to anoint. Okay, you're right. You're absolutely correct. It's not that I'm angry that he didn't want to anoint me with oil. That's not. I'm angry because he's been given a gift from God, and he's not doing it in honor of him. And me doing what I'm doing today is not because of anger or frustration. It just really opened up my eyes, where I have really some seated issues with individuals who preach the word. I really do. That's who I am. I believe in God. I believe Jesus Christ is my Savior. But I don't really like what you're preaching. It's happened more than once. The other person, another situation from another church here. We had a homeless guy come over. They were having an outside barbecue situation to enjoy. And he was talking bad about that individual. We'll give him the warm water. We won't give them the cold water. Who in right mind are you to give what to individual? He's a human being. So you're telling me you're going to give a sick child something less than the healthy child? Is that what you're telling me? That's what you're saying. Because you and I are children of God. It's what they preach, right? Just curious. So that is my personal opinion. It's my personal experience. I am very cautious, very careful on how I'm sick. But that's that individual. Just my personal opinion, my personal situation. Yeah. And I'm okay with that. I was angry for a while. But then you have to think, what's anger? I'm already in probably 35, 40 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up. So, the mask is off. So if you see more in the astrology or the numerology or me doing some more heavy beadwork, meaning the stones and stuff like that selling on my site, on my store or my boutique, there's reasons for everything. And I apologize, that was very disrespectful for me, or for me to do. There's reasons for everything. There's every season for everything. So I feel better. I don't know if I'm gonna upload this. We'll see how the Magic 8 Ball does. I remember someone asking me, it was a family member, do you really believe in that? You don't have no clue what I've seen. Do I believe in this? I believe in him. And he's given me a gift. Can't predict now. I can show you, but it's gonna turn. Oh, on that note, I hope you're having a good day. I really do. Be good to yourself. If something's at you and you don't understand, take some time and find out about you. My life has just begun. I've just opened up. I am that free child, hippie, go free, you know, I'm just, yeah. I'm Jana. I'm glad to meet you. Welcome back to my channel. If you liked this chaos in the past, what, 40 minutes? Subscribe. Click on the bell. I think that's what they say. I don't know. You'll see more about what's going on with Linda and I. And yeah. I love you guys. I really do. I really, really do. And I apologize. I was just all over the place. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. I didn't cry, so it's a good thing. I can't believe I just did all of that. So on that note, I have so much to do behind me. I don't know if you see it, but it's a mess. I have a scarf starting here. Then I'm going to make a hat and some really beautiful orange to go with that. And then I'm going to start making some rings. I love you guys. So on that note, be good to yourself. Be good to others. It's just not us, just here. Everybody, be good to others. For we do not know what part of the journey they're on. The mask is off, but mine is on. You know what I mean. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you.